Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. There are a lot of great products that we've heard about today. Let's think about if there's one enterprise that can tie all of these elements together. What would it be? Think you've got it? We are the common denominator. Here at Bridge Gap Enterprises, we exist to connect responsible manufacturers with qualified businesses through our very valuable morals, which are credibility, dependability, transparency, compassion, and loyalty. These are the core values of our company. As brokers, we take manufacturers and connect them with businesses in the Silicon Valley area. What the Silicon Valley businesses benefit with is the low cost of instant connectivity with manufacturers overseas. Typically, these companies would have to hire and transport their employees overseas to make these connections. We would be the bridge. For the manufacturers, we would provide a steady flow of American businesses, along with an accreditation based on our core values. To tell you more about our company philosophy and how we operate, I'd like to present our co-founder, Connor.
Thanks, Sammy. Hi, my name is Connor. I'm the COO of Bridge Gap Enterprises. So, one of the questions that you are all probably asking right now is, what do we have to offer to these new companies and manufacturers? Why would they come to us instead of just going directly to each other? So, one of the problems that new companies often face is that they have the idea, but a lot of the time they don't have the resources required for the execution of their product. This execution requires factories, most of which are overseas and are generally out of reach. From the start of our company, we've been working to formulate a multitude of connections with manufacturers in both Taiwan and Mexico. This large database allows us to connect these new companies instantly with compatible factories, bridging the gap and helping startups overcome the first challenge. Another thing that Bridge Gap Enterprise brings to the table is its good image. Because of the fact that we are working to end the sweatshop characteristic of foreign labor, our clients will inherit our reputation and will come to be recognized as an honorable and trustworthy company. This positive label will be extremely beneficial to our clients, opening up significant opportunities for them to play into other marketing tactics, as well as developing their public impressions as a positive aspect of the business. As far as manufacturers go, essentially we bring them work, we stimulate their business contracts, and we make sure that they're never without a job. In addition, we build them a good reputation as responsible, efficient, and effective manufacturer. So, playing off what Sammy said about our competition is basically comprised of direct, low-cost deals between companies and manufacturers. To combat this problem often faced by middlemen, we've added a no-compete clause to our contracts between businesses. This guarantees that our clients will stay with us and will help to stabilize our relationships with them. Okay, now I'd like to hand you off to Jessica, our CFO.
Thank you, Connor. So our first year plan is to obtain 5 companies that are willing to work with us and match them up with factories overseas. So the companies we would be looking at would be medium to small size businesses as well as startups. So we're hoping through our 5% royalty that we take from both sides of this bridge that we will be grossing $125,000 the first year. This is assuming that for the first 6 months, we will not be making revenue. We will be establishing the connections that are going to be key to a long-term relationship between our company, the company that we're working with, and as well as the factories. In addition, instead of taking salary or hiring, we will be only working with 8 co-founders and the $20,000 that each of us are going to donate because we believe this is a cause that is worth investing in and working for. So that adds up to $160,000, which is the same as the amount we're in the red for the first year. So even though we're not making money, we're not losing money either. For the second year and third year, we hope to slowly ramp up our business by adding 5 businesses that we work with and maintaining loyalty with the businesses we had worked with prior. That way we can increase our revenue as well as increase our investment by adding more employees slowly and also taking salary for ourselves. In addition, we'll be adding a baseline 35% benefit plan, and that way we can help retain our employees. So for our second year, from the increased revenue, we'll be able to come out of the red some more. So we will be only in the red $51,000 instead of $160,000. For our third year, we'll start actually making money. And so it's not just the money we're making change. We're changing the way that labor is viewed. And next up is Angela.
Thank you, Jessica. Well, my name is Angela, and I am the head of the International Research and Development. Although it all starts with an idea for a product from companies inside the U.S., like you guys, we chose to begin with the other end of the spectrum, which is the manufacturing of these products. Our goal is to establish bases for manufacturing products throughout the world, reaching out to several countries. To begin with, we would start with 2 countries, Mexico and Taiwan. In Mexico, we seek to establish the basis for the manufacture of plastic, steel, and electrical machinery. In Taiwan, these products will change to be technology as well as raw materials, which are all in high demand in the United States. And now I'd be happy to pass it off to Michelle.
So I'm Michelle, I'm the head of international marketing. So since we are that bridge that is connecting our U.S. clients to manufacturers globally, we do need international marketing. So we are going to target these factories outside of the U.S., and our message to them will be that by working with us, we will provide them with American business, good reputation, reassurance, and stability, because as long as they work with us, we work with them. Now, to advertise this, we have 2 simple things. One, our co-founders already have pre-established language abilities that will facilitate first-hand communication with these manufacturers, and we will create a multilingual website that will allow for these both sides of a bridge to create kind of like a match.com thing where they will make profiles so that we can ensure that we are making the best fit and that the connections are good and efficient. Thank you, and now I'd like to hand it over to Matt.
Hi, I'm the head of domestic research and development for our company. My job is to narrow the market down to companies that we want to connect with, and there are 4 steps in that process. Step 1 is tracking venture capitalist funding. This would help us identify and disqualify companies that do not meet our minimum support threshold. Step 2, following products on the market. Performing this would further narrow our selection of startups. However, we will also expand to include certain already established small to medium-sized businesses. Step 3, targeted advertising at our own personal website. This will allow us to create a basic relationship and understanding with our interests. Step 4, meeting with the selected companies. Connecting with our interests face-to-face is the final step in our selection process. This will help us create contacts in these companies and will give us a higher chance for success. And now I'd like to pass it on to Luis.
Thank you, Matthew. I'm the domestic target marketer. Our target market are startups with VC support and already established small to medium businesses. Our message is to make your company stand out and to give your company a clean and respectable image because of our ethical manufacturing. We'll be advertising by using our website that will tell the public who we are and what we do. We will also be sending direct mail to specific companies that we are interested in. Lastly, person-to-person communication to build up a relationship with the companies. Now we'll present.
Thank you, Luis. Good afternoon. My name is Dima, and I am the human resource specialist. Our expectations highly coincide with our values, being integrity, credibility, and honesty. We very much believe in a system that's fair rather than equal. Our wages, salaries, even our benefit packages would heavily rely on the experience, the education, and the talent of each individual employee. Our benefit packages would offer with health insurance, with life insurance, etc. Our performance measurement plan, which essentially outlines our past expectations, would make sure our employees are upholding to our standards. Just like how in our independent administration are organized, we would emulate that same collaborative setting within our employees and within our investors in order to maintain and build relations. And now I will pass it off to our Chief Executive Officer, Sam.
Thank you. Now you've had a taste of our vision. You've seen how we're financing around this company. You've heard how we market to these organizations. And now you have a feel of what it's like to work with us. Here at Bridge Gap, we look to the future as always, and we hope to invest in greater companies by forming a venture capitalist group. We hope to have specialization in manufacturing based on corporate needs and manufacturing abilities. And lastly, we hope to incite global change and support people as they make that change. So that's why we're asking you for $300,000 in return for 25% of our company, because together we bridge the gap. Thank you.